all know you're in your own business or you're working with somebody with a good job, and you probably feel like a hamster on a wheel oftentimes, where you're working like crazy and get nothing done. And my father used to call it hustling backwards, where you put a lot of effort into it and you look back at it and nothing really is happening. You're not moving your life forward. You're not building your wealth. You're not meeting your own objectives. And oftentimes it's about we just haven't done a good job of planning. Most people, they don't plan to fail. Who in the world plans to intentionally fail? It's just most people fail to plan. Most Americans, when they get ready to retire at age 65, they've got less than $100,000 in savings. Most Americans today, 90%, can't come up with $2,000 in an emergency. And that's a combination of what they may have themselves as well as family and friends. We're talking about $2,000. And a lot of these challenges can be eliminated by just simply planning our work and working our plan. And you don't have to come up with some massive strategic plan, and you don't have to make it overly complicated. If we could just settle down and focus maybe the night before or wake up early the next morning and just take 30 minutes to think about what are the 5 to 10 priorities that I've got to take care of today, and be quantitative on it. You know, when I worked with these big companies, they call it SMART objectives. If you just write down your priorities, you will move your life forward starting today for tomorrow. I mean, each day I wake up, you can see it right now on the screen. I've got a list of priorities that I lay out for myself. And at the end of the day, I check off those priorities to see which ones I've met. And by having that sheet with me each day in my back pocket, I usually make 2 or 3 copies. One with me in my pickup truck, one that I keep in my pocket, and one that I put in my office right beside my computer so that I can see it. I can see and be reminded on, I better get that done. The day is almost over. I better make that call. I better do this. And you all, because I have that one list of priorities, it makes my days more productive and less stressful. Bottom line is, take time to make yourself and your life a lot easier so you can have a laser focus on what's important versus the urgent. Urgent is, I've got a flat tire, my car didn't start. So now you're consumed with getting that done. Versus important is developing a strategic plan that will help you to become certified as an organic farmer. Putting a plan together for your crops for the full year. Coming up with a marketing plan that will increase the awareness about your farm in the market. That's important. But if you don't make that a priority and you don't have measures in place to know where you stand each day and that you're checking off these priorities to meet it, you will continue to hustle backwards. And my father would always, he called it hustling backwards for a reason. And my parents, they were very successful. It wasn't like they were multimillionaires, but they did a lot with a little. They had this beautiful little farm called Coleman Crest Farm. My father worked his heart out every day, working at the post office. He served parties at night. My mother was a social worker. And you know, it's not about the amount of money you have, it's what you do with it. With the income that they had and this little farm, they were able to educate 5 children by them paying for the tuition. When I went to Howard University, because my father planned properly and my mother worked with him and they planned properly, they were able to use their assets and their savings to be able to help me to be able to finance my education at Howard University today. When I graduated, I did not have college debt. I went into a job and started making money, and I have replicated what they've done in their lives for myself and for my late wife, Kathy. And so planning our work and working our plan will help us with wealth. It will help us with health. It will help us emotionally. It will eliminate stress, and it will help us to stay focused on what really matters. And so stop hustling backwards. Plan your work and work your plan. Set your priorities each day. Give yourself 30 minutes. Life is a nanosecond. Take the time each day to lay out 5 to 10 priorities. Check them off at the end of the day. Pat yourself on the back when you've succeeded on meeting those priorities, and start the next day with a fresh list. It gives me a way to look forward to the future when I do that. I can't wait to wake up. I get tired of sleeping, but working on the farm, when I go to sleep at 9 o'clock, I'm knocked out at 9. And sometimes I wake up at 3 o'clock because I am tired of sleeping. We have plenty of time to sleep when we go to heaven. So I'm focused on how can I squeeze out every second of the day. And the way I've been able to do that is simply to plan my work and work my plan and to stop all this hustling backwards. I wish you the best. Join me in eliminating the need to hustle backwards and start planning your work and working your plan. I'll see you.